Hello there, this is Elias. I want to tell you why I ordered the R5C. And one of the main reasons was a video from Gordon Lang, and the video was the Canon EOS R5 C hands-on review versus the R5. Well, in this video Gordon showed that the ISO performance up to 6400 ISO is better in the R5C compared to the R5. This was one of the main reasons where I said, okay, I was happy with the R5 low light capabilities, but if this is even better, let's say the dark parts in low light, then it's a real good argument for me. Gordon showed also that every shooting mode in the R5C with 4K up to 4K 60 is similar sharp or equal sharp like the 4K HQ mode in the R5, and this was stunning for a 4K image. It was not exactly so sharp like when you shoot 8K RAW, but it was really close to that and way sharper than most of the other 4K videos you can see on YouTube. And so I said, okay, if standard mode in the R5C is so good in quality, in the sharpness, like the R5's HQ mode 4K, then I don't see any reason why not to choose the R5C over the R5 for shooting videos. The R5C has some downsides compared to the R5, and the biggest one is that it has no IBIS. This is an issue for me when I shoot low light situations for photography. But in video, a lot of videographers said that this is not so usable when you have internal IBIS, and it makes some problems with video stabilization. So I don't know exactly if this is true or not, but I guess when videographers say that, most probably it will be true. And so if I have a lens with image stabilization and I also put on the digital electronic stabilization, I guess that this will be good enough. And most of the times when I will use it with a gimbal, I won't need any of the stabilizations. The main argument beside this video that I saw was that I like good quality, I like sharp images, and I like to take videos from birds or other animals, and there I just like the crispiness of the image, the sharpness. And you have this sharpness in the R5 when you shoot in 8K RAW mode, 12-bit. And I prefer the 8K RAW much over the 4K HQ mode and over any other mode the R5 had. And now I know that I will be able to shoot 8K RAW 12-bit and without limitations. In the R5 I had in the last year maybe 6 times the overheating warning, and twice I had to shut it down really because of the overheating. And this is just always when I go out and shoot RAW 8K with the R5, I keep in mind that there could be an overheating, and so I'm concerned about that, and I would rather have a camera without this concerning. And so this is I would say the main reason why I decided to pre-order the R5C. Another argument why I said for me it's okay to go with the R5C is that I already have all the equipment to rig it out what I purchased with the R5. And so one of the main downsides of the R5C will be the battery life. One of the reasons why I pre-ordered the R5C is because I already have some solutions. That means I do have a V-mount adapter to adapt these Sony batteries, and I have this rig, and I have a lot of other batteries, this one, the big ones, and this one here. And so the battery life won't be a big issue for me, as mainly I will use it rigged up. But okay, there are cameras with better in-body batteries, and this will be only an issue if I use it on a gimbal. But I do have 3 of these normal batteries, and so I think for the time where I will use it on a gimbal, this will be good enough. Then one downside of the R5 and the R5C is the micro HDMI. And so to pass over this problem, I just use this adapter. And yeah, I put this on the camera so that the cable will not be destroyed. And yeah, everything. So this is my solution how to not have the issue with the small micro HDMI. One other issue the R5C has over video cameras is the missing ND filter, the internal ND filter. And so for that, I have some variable ND filters. And I also have a lot of EF lenses. And there you can just go with the ND filter adapter, and then you have no problem if you use that with your EF glass. And because I have, I think, 8 EF glasses, yeah, there is no problem for me to use them with this adapter. One thing I had to buy with the R5, because I wanted to be close to the unlimited 8K RAW shooting, was I bought the Atomos Ninja V Plus. There the downside is you can record 8K RAW, but it's only 10-bit. And I don't have any Mac, so I have a PC. And my favorite video software, is DaVinci Resolve. And the Atomos Ninja V Plus has just ProRes RAW. And DaVinci Resolve cannot directly access to this. So I had to buy the Adobe Premiere Pro just to convert the files to use them later on DaVinci Resolve. And so for me, it's just too much steps. And yeah, I like to use directly the files. So for me, it works way better if I don't have to need to use the Ninja V Plus, and if I can just directly record into the camera. And the new format, the Cine RAW LT, which is the new format in the R5C, is way smaller than the Canon RAW Lite from the R5. It's 25% smaller in file size. And if you compare the new ability to shoot 8K RAW LT in 60 FPS, then you see that this format is a little bit smaller than the old format from the R5 if you shoot the 8K RAW, not the Lite, but the RAW version in 30 FPS. So yeah, I made some videos with 8K RAW 30. And so if the files are smaller in the LT version from the R5C, this is, yeah, is something that makes me happy. And if I only shoot in 30 FPS, I can record double as long as with the R5 I was using right now. And I do have an Angelbird 2 TB CF Express card. And so with that and the small Canon RAW LT file, I think, yeah, I will have some hours to record this 8K RAW. One good thing for me is because I bought the Ninja V Plus to record 8K, and because now I can record all that without overheating into the new body, most of the time I will not use this Atomos Ninja that you see over here. And it is still a very good equipment, mainly if you want to record some things from the monitor, if you make a manual or so. This is the main reason why I will use it right now. And sometimes if I know that I want to make some animal things with manual focusing, then I will also use this monitor. But for the rest, I hope that I can shoot most of the things just with a small monitor from the R5. Of course, I like the bigger monitor better, but the good thing is that you got now a lot of video options which you don't have when you shoot in the R5 on the internal monitor. And some things like histogram, and so if you are shooting in the video mode, it just disappears. And so yeah, it's not really very good, this video options that you have on the monitor in the R5. One thing what I will be missing compared to the C70, let's say, is that it has less dynamic range, but it has no DTO sensor, and so yeah, it's natural that you won't have the same dynamic range. And yeah, I hope that the 14 steps dynamic range which the R5C have will be good enough for me. Okay, I guess the R5 has a very similar dynamic range because it's the same sensor, and yeah, most of the time I was happy with that. But sometimes I would say, okay, if I had a little bit more details in the sky when it was really bright, then I would have been happy if I would have, let's say, 17 steps of dynamic range. But this is one downside what you will get if you have the R5C compared to really cinematic cameras. One downside compared to the R5 is, for most of the persons who are thinking should I upgrade or not, is the autofocus mode. So you have exactly the same if you put the R5C into the photo mode, then you have the same autofocus system like in the R5. But if you switch over to the video mode, it's a little bit another, not the same accurate autofocus like you have in the R5. But I saw that you can fine adjust the speed if you have two objects. So the speed when it focuses here and then it focuses behind. And you have a lot of steps. In the R5C you don't have so much steps. And so I think with this adjustment, maybe it's better suited for nice videos. So it's really better if you have two birds. If it don't makes just bam, it's sharp, bam, it's sharp behind. But if it makes here it's sharp, and then after a bit, here it's sharp. And it's just smoother. And some tests I saw, for me I think maybe it will work out so that I can say, no, this kind of autofocus is better for video. But I'll have to wait and see. And yeah, if I will get the R5C, I will make some tests just to compare this possibility, this capability of the two cameras, mainly because of this 8K RAW shooting unlimited. This is the main reason why I pre-ordered it, and I hope to receive it fast. But Canon wrote it will be around the 31st of March when I will get the camera. And so from then on I hope to be able to make some comparisons between the R5 and the R5C to myself, just yeah, to have similar videos. If you have questions and so, I would be happy to answer them. As soon as I will have it, I will make some tests. And so yeah, I'm happy that you saw this video, and so hope to see you next time. If you want, please subscribe to my channel. So thank you very much and bye!